Oh, I am live. Lord. I hope I got the date right. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what day it is. What? Why is that trending? I love the internet. I love the internet. I need to stay off of Twitter. Oh my goodness. Okay. What? Close. Your Amazon order is shit. What? And $100 at a bookstore. Why is my what is happening? The phone is blowing up. Oh, who's in that? Who's on the tree? Who's this? Hi, Sansa. Hey, Drogo. Hey, baby. Who's up there? Oberyn. Hey, Oberyn. How you doing, Obs? Boop. Where's Ari? Where did Ari go? Ari? Ari, what are you doing? I see you. What are you doing? They're moving about. Oh boy. Oh, my chest hurts. This is really exciting content, I'm sure. Oh. Hi, Shannon. Ironically, I was like literally on the front page of, oh, I can't even see. It's too bright. Was Neil Patrick Harris with his family. Ironically, right when I opened up the app, they got a new puppy. Oh, it's fine. Mine acts really weird, like depending on what room I decide to like stream from. And I don't know what's going on with that. I just don't even know anymore. Giving up. It's like he knew. Yeah, they just got a new puppy. Well, actually, that was his husband's post because I follow both of them. But they got a new puppy around like Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. They got a golden retriever puppy. Her name is Ella. I think that's the second or third dog that they have. I think second dog. Cute. Very cute dog. I think the other one is Spike. like extremely thirsty. Freaking winter is killing me. Yes, it's, I don't know. I took a nap and I woke up like this, so I don't know. I know. Golden Retrievers are great. They're fun. They're fun doggos, and they're good family dogs. From what I hear, I think any dog can be a good family dog, but they're happy doggos. Getting notifications from Biden. I don't care. I still have like a cold or something. But at least I know I tested negative, so at least I know it's not COVID. At least I hope it, wasn't like a false negative. Hopefully, that would be scary. But I don't know. I feel I don't know. It just feels like a bad cold that just won't go away. Like runny nose, a little bit of chest congestion here and there. It's kind of like allergies, really, but it's a weird time of the year to have like allergies. That's not any better. But yeah, I'm just glad that I'm negative because first week of the year and I spend it waiting for test results and for COVID and watching the U.S. Capitol building get stormed. Like it's been a year. It's been a year. My mug is really cute. I wish they put the other. Wait till you see the other side. Hold on. It's really filled to the top, so I gotta be careful. I don't know if I've shown you this mug yet. Look at this mug. It's so cute. It's a donut fryer. I can't really show you there. The inside's like blue. It's from Tennessee. The Village in Gatlinburg. I really like the donut fryer guy. They have like amazing donuts. Amazing donuts. I didn't have any of their coffee when I was there, but I bought a mug and I got some of their donuts. Their donuts are good. Very good donuts. Nice little, cute little like independent business in Tennessee. That was my vacation this year, which I spent just anxiety ridden the whole time. That was back in August. I don't know, but we went into town like once or twice. But the majority of our trip was hiking, so away from humans because COVID. Oh, someone's moving about. Who is it? Hey, where are you going? Why are you going that way? What are you doing? Oh, it's Drogo. Hi, baby. Santa's in the little basket. This is their new cat tree that I got them. Oh, his eyes are glowing. It's their new cat tree. They love it. There's another one up top. I think Oberon's up. He's up there. Up top there. Don't get dizzy. Look at it now. Come on. Stay. Now Drogo is just looking very menacingly. What? He's like staring into your soul. His eyes are glowing and everything. He's like, why are you on that screen? Weird. Anyway. Yeah, those God, that getting results were like mixed emotions. Part of me was like, okay, I was like ready to accept testing positive. I was just like, okay, so I'm like, because Josh has people positive at his work. He's been around people that are positive. I had people test positive in my work. Like I was just ready to test positive. Like I'm like, my brain always hopes for the worst. I'm not hopes for the worst, but always expects the worst. So that way when it's good news, I'm more surprised. But I was like dead set on like, okay, I'm definitely positive. And I don't know. And then I wasn't. thank God. It was like a relief, but also like it would have been nice to have 2 weeks off, I guess, from work, but not like that. It wouldn't have been. Dude, I don't want it. Especially since I've been like one of the few people who've actually been cautious. Of course, I would be the one to, get it. But anyway, yeah, that's a whole different topic. They all have a spot, yeah. I posted that picture on Instagram of all of them on the tree. That was like a day or two after I bought it. And they all just found a little spot. They all alternate. Bane, ironically, like the top bunk all the way up. Bane likes to lay up there, and I don't know how he doesn't tip the whole thing because he's heavy. He also likes to lay in this basket, and I don't know how the basket hasn't broken because he's chubby boy. I love him, but he's chunky. Anyway, good times. I listened to the audiobook of a lot of this today because I wanted to finish, and it's been a week. So I didn't get to look at a lot of the illustrations that much. They have like a PDF with the audiobook for some of the illustrations, but not all of them. And I didn't get to do any of the codes. Yeah. This was the essential part when I ordered this cat tree. This was the most essential part, was to get a pocket like this. Because they had one on the last cat tree that was here, and that was their favorite spot to lay, was the basket. So I knew that I need to get a basket. And then down there at the bottom is like a hammock that I thought they would like, but I think it's down too low, so they don't want to lay down there. I don't know. Yeah, the testing was fun. And also like the testing for people who are like think that the testing hurts, they're nuts. Those people have never felt any pain in their entire lives because it does not hurt at all. Like not even a little bit. Like it feels like I don't know, like you're like someone's picking your nose almost. Like it just feels like it tickles. It tickles. And then like and your eyes might water a little bit, but like and it felt good afterwards. I could like breathe. Because I'm always congested. Like my nose is always messed up because like my work has so much dust in it, like and mold. I think in like the vents or something. Like I'm allergic to something at work. So like I went right to my test like after work, and I felt so good. I'm like, oh my God, I can breathe. This is weird. I'm like, can I get this done like every allergy season? It's delightful. Could breathe for a minute. Yeah, the audiobook. I read up until chapter 6 physically, and then my brain could not focus anymore. Like after what happened at the Capitol, my brain this like past week is just broken, and I'm just like obsessively watching the news instead, and just TikToks and all that stuff. But yeah, but the audiobook, like for the Morse code, it did tapping. Like it did like the taps in the book, like as an audio instead of like that's how they did the Morse code, which was really interesting. And then they said like what the Morse code, said. It was really interesting. It was a really good audiobook. And also like the first one, why is it holding Drew's message for review? What did you say? I have a premiere video going up on my channel. How dare you? That is apparently a comment I need to review. But no, the Morse code, it was very I don't know, it was just knocking, which is really cool, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to do any of the none of the codes. I didn't get to do them this round. I did a lot of them in the last one, but I didn't get to do them in this one. It's a bummer. But hi, Drew. Sorry. Delayed. You need to read book 1. You need to read book 1. You need to read all of them. They're really good. They're really good. This is a really exciting middle grade series. Yeah. I was going to film my goals video this week, and I've decided this year that I have absolutely no goals. I'm not doing anything. I'm like that. My goals video that I filmed, which I don't know if I'm even going to upload, but my goals video that I filmed was just me going, I'm not doing goals this year. I thought about it, and I was all set to do goals, and then the thing happened at the Capitol, and I'm just like, this year is just going to be just the same as last year, and I'm done. I'm just done. I have one goal / project to work on this year that I plan to do the whole year, that I'm really, really, really excited about. And I've already started doing it, but that's literally the only thing that I plan on doing this year. Maybe I'll change my mind in February. We'll see. But as of right now, I can't do goals. Even my Goodreads goal that I chose because it was a random number, because I always pick a random number out of a random number generator. Even that, I look at that and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But paying attention is hard. Paying attention is hard. This one wasn't narrated by Neil Patrick Harris, though. Only the magic tricks were, and the acknowledgments. And I don't know if any of the beginning was. I'm sure the beginning was, because it's if the acknowledgments was, then I bet he narrated the beginning, the dedication. But yeah, I think he didn't. The reason he didn't narrate this one was because it was told from Layla. Is it Layla or Lila? I listened to the audiobook. It's Layla. I think because it was told from her perspective, so he wanted a female narrator. So that was pretty interesting. I'm interested, I almost want to listen to all the audiobooks, but I also like reading them because they're a lot of fun. The illustrations are really pretty. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm not really a goals person anyway. I think that's always been me. I'm not really a goals person anyway. I like setting goals, but I don't like not accomplishing them. It hurts more when I don't accomplish them because I expect too much from myself. And then, oh, I almost spilled my coffee. Ooh, that could have been bad. And then it just makes me sad when I don't accomplish them. So this year I've decided it's just mental health wise, what's going on in the world, well, in the US and the world, with the pandemic and all that. I've just decided, nah. Yeah. But I do have one big thing that it's not that big, but it's a project that I'm really excited about that I've already started. It does require some monies, but it is worth it. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah, he only narrated the magic tricks. He narrated the last book, but he only narrated the magic tricks and stuff because that wasn't told from that was told from his perspective. So it makes sense that he would narrate those. But he didn't narrate the rest of the book. Yeah, I didn't know we were getting different perspectives, and I just looked at the rest of the books because I was curious, And I think they're all different. Like, I think the next one is, I don't want to spoil it in case you didn't know, but I think the next one is Theo, because he's in like the middle here. So like, I think that each one is like a different, which makes me really excited for book 4. Also, I have book 4 in hardcover because it like came out more recently than the other ones. And I kind of want to get all of these books in hardcover now because they are really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Really, really, really pretty. like stunning books. I have them in paperback. The paperbacks are still pretty, but I'm telling you, the more like I see pretty naked hardcovers, the more I like am like, maybe I am a hardcover person. I like reading paperbacks, but I like the hardcovers on my shelf because they're so pretty. So anyway, I'm gonna be kind of bummed when the series is over because I'm really enjoying it. Anyway. Yes, it was a woman narrator. Sorry, I missed that. I missed it. Yes, it was a woman. I like the narrator. I think I've heard her before. I don't know who she was, but I've heard her voice before in an audiobook, and I'm not sure what. Overshooting goals. You always have so many projects and goals and things that you're doing. It's always so crazy. Not crazy as in like impossible. It's always just like astounds me. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to read one book. I wish I was like that, like organized. I'm not. I try to be, and then it just I'm organized chaotically, which I think says a lot about my sign, but a lot about my personality. Like I am definitely organized chaos. Look at my bookshelves, like organized chaos. Organized chaos. Ooh, also, there's like a spoiler for my top 10 books on my bookshelf. You can't see them from here. You can kind of see them. Shh. Nobody gotta know. I still haven't uploaded that video. I'm so sporadic. Help you go in a direction you want to go. Keep them. If they don't, ditch them. Yeah. I think people, I don't know. Goals for like I feel like goals like should be loose like that. Like, I don't think you should be afraid to drop goals, but for me, it's like if I make a goal, then I feel like crap when I don't complete it just because it's me. So I don't make goals, or I make my goals very broad, like Grinchathon, like prompts, like broad. So that way I feel a little bit better when I, like completing them. Yeah, we don't get a lot of Theo or Ridley. Yeah. And Ridley's my favorite. I love Ridley so much. I love her. She's like one of my favorites. Yeah, book 4, because book 4, like, I don't think book 4's come out in paperback yet. I don't think it comes out in paperback till like July or something. Sometime this year, I think it comes out in paperback, but I'm not. It's like way later in the year because I looked at it like when I knew that we were going to be reading the series. I like looked at like when the release date was and whether or not I could just pre-order the paperback or if I was going to buy the hardcover. And now I want the entire series in hardcover really bad. They're really pretty. But yeah. Yeah, it's a lot with going to school and working full time. This next semester is going to be jam-packed again too. The first half of the semester is like 2 classes. Well, I'm trying to get a third class. I'm on the wait list for a third class. I'm hoping someone drops it so that way I can take the class. Yeah. I think everything's online this year. I hope they're still doing everything online for spring. I hope they're not thinking about bringing people back. I haven't heard anything yet. But yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. I have no professors that I've had. Like usually I have at least one of the same like professor, English professor, because I'm in the English major. I always have like one of the same professors like each semester, and this year I don't have any English professor that I've already had. Like I have new professors and I'm totally anxious. Like extremely anxious about it. I have American Lit. That's like I have to take. It was the only one that would fit into my schedule. I kind of wanted European Lit, but it wouldn't fit my schedule. But anyway, organized chaos. I'm gonna try to figure out my top 10. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7. There's only 7 sitting there. That's because the other one is behind the tripod, not on top of the first book that I finished this year. And then 2 of them were audiobooks. So, 2 of them were audiobooks I don't have physical copies of yet, but I hope to get physical copies of. But yeah. My number 1 book is right. It's right there. It's right there. But I think people can guess my number 1 book. Like, I mean, I didn't really make that much content this year, but I think it's easy to guess my number 1 book. It's easy. But anyway. My nose is like constantly like all runny. I'm sorry. It's so gross. I'm taking a bath after this live show, so I'm not going out and infecting the world. It's this cold. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It drives me nuts. It's a lot of fun when you like when I have to take out trash at work. And you know, when you come in from the cold and your nose is all like gross, but I have a mask on. So I always have to change my mask when I come in from taking out trash at work. I have to go in the office and change my mask because it's just like my nose just makes the mask really gross. Fortunately, we have a ton of disposable ones at work. Thank God. Because if I wore like a fabric one at work, it would just feel so gross. First world problems, but still. Yeah, I think the 4th book came out this past year, I think. Because I remember his announcement on Instagram. Yep, came out in September. September of this past year. But yeah. I wonder if his kids read his books. It makes me wonder if they've read them. I wonder if they do. I wonder if they read. I don't know if they read a lot. I don't know. I don't know anything about his children's and what they like to do. I know the college, like I live in a college town, not the college I go to, because this college in my town is way too expensive. But I live in a college town and they are making the kids go to, it makes no sense. Virtual for 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of school are going to be virtual. And then they're coming back. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. And I work with a couple college students. Like they come and they work at our store. And I like one of them. But the other one I kind of want to smack upside the head. Because she is very much like, she complains about everything. Like everything. But her biggest concern was, like, she's in a sorority. And her biggest concern was not being able to do sorority stuff this, like, past year. I'm like, honey, your priorities. Sort out your priorities. Like, it's a pandemic. People are dying, and you're worried about your sorority parties. Like, chill. All new people, yeah. I'm hoping. I have to take another art history class, which I thought I was done with art history classes. Not that I'm mad, because I like art history classes. I don't like, I would love to like double major, but I don't know what I would do with it. I don't know what I would do with it with art history here. I guess I could teach, but I don't know. It's really interesting. I really like it a lot. I really like the art history classes, like a lot, but I'm not artistic. So like, I couldn't like go and be an art major because I'm not artistic at all. But I do like learning art history. I really like those classes. But I have one professor that I had before in art history. I had her while my normal professor was out on maternity leave. So I've had this professor before. So that's the only one that I've had though. The rest are all new professors. Hopefully it's an okay semester. We'll see. I don't think I can make out the top 10. Purple one. I'm trying to remember if there was an Anne Fraser out this year. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not, I'm not, I don't know. I'm not 100% when it comes to like feeling good, but I'm not bad. I'm not terrible. I took a nap today. I was up at 3 a.m. to unload a truck, so that doesn't help. I hope so. I hope I hope that the kids like do the first pass on like his books. That would be really cute. That would be really cute. Yeah, I don't know. They went to school in person last year. Like last semester, they were in school in town here. Every other school like ended up switching to online, except for the two like big ones. Like there's one a town over, and they stayed in school, and then so did this school. And there was like, and they were just like, oh, they like traipse all over town and don't wear masks and party and the whole thing. It's nice to have people that don't even live in your town come to your town and just spread COVID all over it. It's fun. Anyway. Yeah. I don't. She is the part of Gen Z that I don't like. Like there's some of Gen Z that I'm like, okay, you know, Gen Z are there. Some of them are all right. TikTok has made me feel better about Gen Z. Going to school with a lot of Gen Zers, the people in my classes are great. The Gen Z kids that are in my classes are great. The people who are not in my classes that I've had in other classes, not rephrase. The Gen Z kids I've had that are in my major are great. The Gen Z kids that are in the classes that I have to take for Gen Ed and that are some of the bad part of Gen Z. Like oblivious, like have no idea what the world is like. Like it astounds me. And I know that I'm like older, so I have a little bit more like lived experience, not much, but a little bit more. So maybe that's it, but oh Lord. I'll never get over being called the R word. I fucking hate that word. Just for checking books out of the library by some dumb jocks at school. Like I won't ever forget that. Gen Zs, some of them, their priorities are interesting. I think the ones that read though are like the ones that are saving. The Gen Z kids that read are the only ones saving their generation. The rest of them don't know what it's like to be human. Like they're just their priorities are all screwed up. But anyway, 3 a.m. My sister wasn't even asleep yet. My sister's always up late. I get like these huge, like, I don't know if I have any here. No, because I was just chatting with her. But I get these like huge. She texts me all throughout the night. I have to turn off the vibration on my phone. If I have the vibration on, I have to turn it off because she just texts me like through the night. Like it'll start at like 11, and I'm like already a lot of times already passed out or just scrolling TikTok and winding down. So I don't usually respond because if I get started, then I'm going to be responding all night. But like, so it'll start at like 11 and then it'll like 12. And then like, there'll be a couple of hours that go past 2:00 in the morning. I'll get the whole flood of more messages. I wake up to just like, I just scroll and it's just my sister just going off about topics. And I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Like she'll just go off about movies she's watching. Like, oh, like here. Yeah. I got some this morning and she was like going off about like a Blu-ray that she ordered and it wasn't even the right movie. And she's just going off. I love it. I love it. It's an interesting way to wake up. Yeah. And she's just like up. She's just up until like, until I go to sleep and then I get to respond while she's like asleep. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. It was only 6 to 7 years after the first time. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Like the generational gap is real. Like I was, when I took that one girl that was in my class to go vote and I drove her to vote. We were talking about like generation gaps and stuff. And like, yeah, it's weird. Like I have a decade on like these kids now and it's odd. It feels weird. And like the things they get excited about, I don't like they're speaking another language. I just sit there and listen sometimes in class. Like I'm like, okay. Like they just go off. And sometimes it's like things that like my sister's more into, even though my sister isn't Gen Z. And I'm just like, it's like I'm just like sitting there with my sister, like just listening, like, okay. Yeah. My sister does that. She's very weird. Anyway, wow. I really, really did not talk about this book at all. I'm just like rambling. I didn't get to see some of these illustrations and it makes me sad. I love this one though. This one's my favorite. Often it can just be people who haven't lived. Yeah. 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 And it's like, and I think a lot of people have like, it's not so much like, yeah, it has a lot to do with like, I don't know, the responsibilities that you've dealt with so far in life. Yeah, that's like a very, very good point. Because we were talking about a girl that she's friends with that you can tell comes from like a wealthy family who has like had everything handed to her financially, and you can tell like she was like roommates with this girl and she said she goes it was astounding. I'm like, yeah. Did you like the book? Yes, I did like the book. I didn't even update my Goodreads like at all while reading. I haven't been updating Goodreads very well. Or that shelf thing. Shelf thing? What's it called? Storygraph. I forgot what it was called. I haven't updated anything, but yes, I think I gave it 5 stars. I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. Just like the last one. Like I really like this series. It is so much fun. Such a fun series. I kind of thought from like the beginning that I thought from the beginning that it was going to be that what's her face is going to be her mom, though. I guessed that, but that doesn't make it any less good. But I was like really thinking that that was her mama. Like the second she walked into the store and I saw like her face, I'm like, they have some very similar features. Chapter 20, around page 188. Oh yeah, that's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Yeah, I've barely used it. The Storygraph. I'm not really sure how to like really operate it yet. Like some people really are praising it, but I think it's still like the developmental stages, I think, and it's still little, I don't know. It's a little weird. I'm still trying to navigate it and figure out how it works, but yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious that Sandra was going to be her mom. An old friend of the dad. Yep. I think they're going just because they're sick of Goodreads. I think they're going to Storygraph because they're sick of Goodreads. I know I had like a whole conversation with Sarah about this, and for Sarah, I think it was like the final. There's like many things that we were talking about that Goodreads is just not good at, but I think like the final straw for at least for Sarah, and I think for a lot of people was the Goodreads awards, like American Dirt winning a Goodreads award when that book is extremely racist and has been told by multiple POC, people in this community that it is very racist, and that book still won a Goodreads award. I think that was like the final straw for a lot of people. Yeah, but that book has been put on like people's like celebrities like book club lists, and I don't get it. I don't get how you can put a book on your list, like a book club list, and still like think that that's okay. I don't know. When people in the community are telling you like just to not listen. I don't know. I think I think Reese Witherspoon was going to read that book, but then I think she did an announcement where she said, like, due to recent comments, we decided to change it up. I might be imagining that. That might be a dream I had, but I think she did that, like, when that book came out. But I don't know. I don't understand why you wouldn't listen to. I don't understand because it continues to happen, like, even in our community where, like, people of color will say something and no one listens, but then a white person will say it, and then they listen to the white person, and then the person of color is sitting there standing like, what have I been saying? And it's just like, I just listen to the people who the book is representing, and if they say that it's a bad representation, listen. Like, I'm not even saying like don't read the book, like maybe even read the book if you want, like rent it from your library or something if you desperately need to read that book. I personally, like, if someone tells me a book is extremely problematic, I tend to be like, okay, well, I probably won't read it. I mean, I think classics are like the only exception with that. Like, I tend to read classics even though they're problematic because they came out in a time period where a lot of things were problematic. But like like a book that came out, like, just listen to the fucking people. Like, ugh. But anyway, yeah, sorry. I'm yelling again. Another tangent. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think it has half stars on story. I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's like many things that people like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't I think it's an individual like person thing, and I think Storygraph offers more stats, and I think a lot of people are like excited about that part of Storygraph, and it's less, I don't know, it's less showy. I don't know, more streamlined. Maybe that's why like people like it. It's more less colorful. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna leave Goodreads. I'm just gonna use both. Um, I don't know. I still don't get like the thing I don't like about Storygraph is the like the social media part of it, which I think maybe that's why people are leaving Goodreads. Maybe they don't like the social media part of it. Um, Maybe because like I feel like Storygraph doesn't have very good social interactions. Like you follow people, but like it doesn't, at least from I'm still like navigating the app, so don't quote me, but like it doesn't seem as easier to like to navigate like other people and like to talk to them and chat, and that's like a function of Goodreads that I like. But anyway. Yeah, I think it was Reese Witherspoon's book club that they pulled the book because of the controversy. But yeah. Yeah. I think that was like the last straw for a lot of people. I don't know. My side itches. I'm all itchy. I don't want to learn a new thing. I feel you. I feel you. I'm the same way. I think the only thing that I'm excited about is the charts. Yeah, I also like the vibe. Like that was interesting. That's an interesting part of it as well. I do like that part about like Storygraph. I like the charts. The charts are neat, and the stats in that. Like that's a really good part. And also like I don't know what I like to read at all. Like people ask me my favorite genre and I'm like books. like I'm like I don't know. So I don't know. So that part does like help, but I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I'm surprised it's nice to see people and comment on reviews and stuff. Do you think the big bad really does have a mentor? I don't know. I think maybe he has a secret he's holding over her. I think that Layla's dad might be that guy. That Callaghan? How does it spelled? I don't even know. I think that might be Layla's dad, is what I was thinking. And maybe that's like what he's holding over her. I don't think he's a mentalist. Maybe he is. I don't know. He said he's very persuasive. Is it Callaghan with a C or Callaghan with a K? Callaghan. Because I listened to the audiobook, so now I can't. Callaghan with a K. Callaghan. But yeah, and I kind of thought that like maybe it was her dad. Because they were together and then they weren't together and then they were together and then like they were talking about how they were like, I don't know, or maybe I don't know, maybe I either thought that Callaghan was Layla's dad, or Carter's dad was Layla's dad. One of them is what I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But that would make sense that that's like something like, or maybe he knows who Layla is and he's like threatening Sandra with that, like because that could potentially be a thing. I don't know. I do read across genre. That's what I mean. Like I read whatever the hell I want, and like when people ask me what I like, I'm like, I really don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm surprised there was a new big bad. There was someone over Bosco. I admit that quite the reveal. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I really thought it was going to be Bosco, like, or I thought that Sandra was like the big bad, like the one in charge. Then I'm like, oh shit, she's like the one in charge. And then they announced Callaghan. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? So I don't know. Yeah, they did infer that he was the one who got Sandra to give Layla up. Yeah, yeah. So like, I don't know. Maybe he threatened to like hurt her, but yeah, Carter's dad. I'm not into books, but would she recommend me to read? I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't get to your comment yet, bro. I didn't get to your comment yet. They're going. I gotta like go through them. You gotta tell me a genre. You gotta tell me a genre that you want to read in, that what you like. I'm really bad at recommending books, like just straight out, because I don't know what you typically. What do you like? Give me a TV show that you like, because you say you're not really into books. So give me a TV show that you like, and I'll try to find a book that matches it. The same premise. Carter's dad. Did he disappear or did he pass away? I feel horrible. I don't remember. I don't know. I think they mentioned that he died. I think they implied that he like died. I always like I don't know what that show is. 12 Monkeys? I don't Is that a show? I've never heard of that. Um science fiction, time travel. Okay. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Morse code reveal of the Frown Sound. I recommend you read Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. 10 out of 10. I don't have the book on my shelf because my partner is currently holding on to it because I told him that it's like the number one book he should read. Because he would love it. Anyway, the whole Morse code reveal of the Frown Clowns. Oh, I loved that scene. I love the scene when they're in the office there, and it's like they're using the Morse code to communicate. It's so cute. I don't know what that is either. Sci-fi show based on the movie with Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt. Yeah, I never saw the movie either. I don't. I kind of hate Brad Pitt, so like if he's in something, I don't really watch it. I don't like Brad Pitt, and I don't like Tom Cruise. Those are like two people I just can't watch. Yes, I think you would like Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I think you would like. I'll have to write down that show because I've never seen that. If it's got time travel and science fiction-y stuff, I think Josh would like it too. Have you seen Dark? Have you guys watched Dark yet? Intense. I just almost wrote down. I just wrote Dark. God damn it. Speaking of Dark Matter, Dark is a phenomenal show. Oh. Oh, it's on Prime? I have Prime. Cool. Let's check it out. Oh my goodness, you need to watch it. You need to finish it. It's so good. It's so good. And it's so well constructed. It is like, as a creative writing major, the writers of that show are like I bow down to them. They are They're amazing. It's Josh is obsessed with it, but it's a German show. I want to watch the whole show. We watched it dubbed initially, but since I can kind of speak a little German, I want to watch the show just with subtitles, just to work on my German again, to be submersed in the German. But it is, and it's a lot. It does take a lot of brain power. I recommend, like, if you watch Dark, to watch Dark, like, because it takes a lot. There's a lot going on. Yeah. We found out about it when the second season came out. And then we heard that the third season was coming out, so we just like kind of just waited. Or we heard that it was renewed for a third season, and we kind of like we made it just perfect. Like, we started watching like right before the third season came out, so it like came out right when we were about ready to hit it. So it worked out perfectly, because I couldn't imagine taking a season break on that show, because there's so much going on in that show. It's very intense. It's phenomenal, though. Phenomenal writing. Some of the best writing, I think, just in TV. Like, it deserves awards. Those writers are insane. But anyway, and I like that it ended, and I like that they knew where they were going and they had a plan. Unlike Game of Thrones. Like shows like Game of Thrones, like I'm just like, oh, come on. Where you have no plan. You have no plan. But anyway. Yeah, we watched it dubbed for the first time, but I definitely want to watch it undubbed. But it's a really good show. Highly recommend. But anyway, yeah, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. If you like time travel and alternate dimension-y, sci-fi-y stuff, highly recommend. Like, that is the number one book that I tell Josh. Like, he was in my office and we were like, I was just randomly like sitting here, I don't know, just dicking around with books, because that's what I do. I just sit in here and I look at my books that I'm never gonna read because I don't have time. But yeah, I was like looking at my shelf and I'm like, there's books that I think Josh should read. Like, I think everyone should read, like Feminist Manifesto, 15 Suggestions. Like that book, like I think everyone should read that book. And I think, like, there's books that I think everyone should read, but I also think there's books that like I know Josh would love. And that's one of them. Like, I really think that's like the number one book on my shelf that I think if Josh read, he would like. But that one's definitely, if you like that kind of stuff, highly recommend. I don't read enough books that are like Dark Matter, to be honest. I'm like looking at my shelf because I don't know. I don't know. This past year, though, I haven't read like any contemporary. I just haven't been feeling it. Maybe because the world is on fire. But I don't know. But anyway, it's on Prime. Always good. Yeah. Post-apocalyptic too. I do too, but I can't remember the last like post-apocalyptic book I've read. Just staring at my shelves, trying to find book recommendations. This live show really went off the rails. I don't know if you like horror, but if you like horror and you haven't read like some classic Stephen King, I highly recommend Salem's Lot. But I also recommend if you read Salem's Lot, you should read Dracula first, like the classic Dracula, because it's so good. But sometimes classics are better in like audiobook, easier to inhale. I recommend Scythe if you're looking for like a YA post-apocalyptic book. Scythe is about by Neil Shusterman. It's over there. That's about it's about this utopian world where every disease and everything's been cured. Like every disease, every ailment, you could jump off the top of a building and go, and you are still survive. Like they've cured everything. So there's scythes, which they're basically the Grim Reaper. It's their job to eliminate people to keep the population down. So there's like a society of scythes, and they basically kill people because they have to keep the population down. It's got like some political elements mixed in, which I like in there, but it's a YA book. It's a young adult book, so I don't know if that's up your alley, but YA is underrated. I don't think you should limit your age range, but that's a good one. It's a good series. I still haven't finished the series, so don't quote me on the last book, but I think Scythe is a really fun, not fun, that's the wrong word. It's the wrong word, but that's an interesting. I haven't read The Road yet. I haven't read it yet. I have it. I didn't read that much last year. Not as much as I would have liked. It's really sad. But I did finish the Song of Ice and Fire series. Well, we're never going to get the last book, but I did finish it. Anyway, sorry. Tangent. Oh yeah, Illuminae is a series that I think that Josh would like too. Because that Illuminae Files is just a weird book, but yeah, it's a weird book. But yes, I did read Memento. I read it last year. It was the last book I read of the year. I read it on my little Kindle that Gail. Oh, I just made a mess. But my Kindle that Gail got me. I got to read it. It was good. I gave it 5 stars, just like the books. It was really good. It was like a prequel. Good. Oh, you just said. Yeah, it's a prequel. Yeah, it was good. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5. Don't like the movie, but the series is best. I watched it. I like the Man in the High Castle show. Like I've watched that and I really like that. But the book is not good. I don't like the book as much as maybe if I reread it. But the show is way better, except for the last season kind of went a little weird. But can't believe I haven't read the 3rd book yet. Girl, I haven't read the last book in the what the hell is it called? The Renegade series by Marissa Meyer. I haven't read that either. Like those were the 2 books that I thought for sure I was going to read this past year, and I didn't read them. I just didn't read them. It's been a year. I like want to devote like actual time to them, you know? Like I want to enjoy them, and then the world, you know, is on fire. So it's like hard to focus. Yeah, I haven't read Supernova yet. Nope. Haven't read it yet. Audiobook for Memento. Really? The audiobook. I didn't even know there was an audiobook. I didn't know there was an audiobook. I've heard the audiobooks are like crazy for that series. Like they're really weird. I've listened to some of it, but I haven't listened to like all of it in audio. But yeah, I got the ebook through Amazon. Like I pre-ordered it on the Kindle, but I don't know. Supernova? No, I haven't read Supernova yet. Look like your Portuguese teacher? I don't speak Portuguese at all. I don't even know how to say hello in Portuguese. Ich spreche kleine Deutsch, aber nicht sehr gut. I speak German, but not very good. Knowing the energy of how you want to read is something good. Yeah, it's really short. Memento is really short. I read it in like one sitting. It was very short. It was the shortest book, I think, of the year that I read. It was only like 56 pages, I think, or something like that, 57. I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know where the book is that I wrote. It's all the way over there. I'm not getting up. But yeah, it's a really short novella. It's really short. But yeah. I don't know. I'm really bad with finishing last books in series. You know this. I need you to like hold my hand because I don't finish them. I still have the Toll, which is like right behind me, I think. Yep. Like I still have this chunky boy, and I still have Supernova, and I thought those two books for sure I was gonna read last semester, and I'm just like, what? I thought I saw it. I did read on an e-reader. Gail bought this for me. I came back from vacation last year. Yeah, from this vacation, where I got this mug. A very stressful, scary vacation. And I came back to this in my mailbox, and I'm like, I don't remember ordering. Did I order a Kindle? And then there was like a little note. I think I saved the note. I don't know where it is. Did I save the note? I thought I did. Yeah, here. This is really cute. It says a gift. It says, because 2020 is a dumpster fire, so here's something to help you travel from the safety of home. From Gail. She got me an e-reader. It was like, I feel ungrateful, like I don't deserve it. And I don't use it that much yet. So I also feel like I'm not using it enough. Like I feel obligated to use it. But I did get to read Memento because of her, so. But yeah. Yeah, the cover for all of these books are just, they're so cool. I think this one it's the signed one. I have two copies of this book because one of them, this isn't the signed one. One of them was an Owl Crave exclusive signed. They're even really cool. Naked. They're cool naked. But they're really cool covers. I dig this series. Like, I wish I, finished them. I'm also hesitant to start because I know I'm gonna have to wait mostly, but I'm also hesitant to start this one because I'm really hesitant to start it because I've heard I haven't heard anything spoilers, but I've heard it's a little rough. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not used to it. I think it'll be great when I travel though, like to have something like this with me when I travel. But I've been trying I use it when Josh is like asleep on like the couch because I don't want to but I want to sit like on the couch. So like I'll use it when I'm on the couch because then I don't have to like, it's bright enough that I don't have to turn on the lights and like blind him, but it's too dark in there to like in the living room like when he's sleeping. He sleeps like during the day, because he's like third shift, but it's too bright or turning on a light is too bright because it's too dark to read. But this is like just right, so I can actually like read it while he's sleeping without like blinding him with a light. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm rambling now. Yeah, I've heard like not rough as in like bad, but I've heard it's rough as in like it's gonna hit me in the feels is what I've heard, and I'm not ready for it. The like Gilded Wolves hit me in the feels, like whew. So I'm expecting fully to feel that in Silvered Serpents, and also I don't want to wait for the next one because the third book is going to be coming out next year or the year after. Oh, I don't want to wait for that. That one is going to be set in Venice, and I am ready for it because the first one was set in Gilded Wolves was set in Paris. This one is set in Russia. Someplace in, is it set in Russia? So that one's set in Paris, France. This one is set in somewhere. Is it set in Russia? Yeah. Set in Russia. Hence the cold looking cover and the buildings. And then the last one's going to be set in Venice. I think it's going to be a trilogy. I don't think there's going to be more books. I think it's a trilogy. But yeah, that one's going to be set in Venice, and I am so ready for that one. Like masquerade balls, hopefully, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Like I keep seeing little teasers because she's writing it and like revising it and doing all the things to it, and I'm following her on Instagram and watching her like read, like revise it and everything, and I'm like, I can't wait. Yeah, option to read dark. Yeah, emotional roller coaster. Yes, would be a good winter read. I know, but I'm like waiting to like read it when it's warm almost because like it looks so cold, and I'm cold. I like to read like colder books when it's warm out. I'm weird, but yeah. There's a Faust quote in this one. I don't know. Anyway, so exciting. She's become one of my favorite authors now because I read Aru Shai. That was the first book I finished this year, and it was just delightful. Delightful. Love her. She's delightful. Oh yeah. I think once you go like beyond 5 books, it starts to like burn you out. Faust shirts lighthearted. I think this one was very Faust inspired as well, and I'm just like, there was another book that came out this past year that was inspired by Faust, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think I bought it. I don't know what it was though. Sugar. I don't know what it was. It's gonna drive me bonkers now. Maybe it was an Owl Crate book. I think it was YA. It might have been a fever dream I had. But I've only read I think I've only read the first part of Faust. I don't think I read the second half. I read it back in school, and I cannot tell you much about it because I do not remember. Because that was a long time ago. I do want to reread it. It's dark though, I've heard, and I don't remember a damn thing from it. So I do have to reread it. want to read through the Rick Riordan Presents line this year. Oh, I highly recommend Arushai. I've only read the first book. I've bought all the other ones, and her newest one is coming out this year in that series at some point. I've already pre-ordered it, but I recommend it. It's good. It's good. I also have I have like 2 other Rick Riordan Presents books over there, but I don't remember what they are. Gabby and Carlos, like something about the universe, break the universe. Is that what that one's called? That one's like looks really good. I bought it, but I never read it yet. The Arushai are just so much Hindu mythology that I read they have like a glossary in the back where she made her own glossary, which is great. Oh, Sal and Gabby. I was thinking Carlos because Carlos is in here. Came to my brain. Sal and Gabby Rigby. That's it. Maybe is that written? Who wrote that? It was written by Carlos Hernandez. I knew that there was a Carlos on that cover somewhere. See? I just didn't know. It's written by Carlos. Okay. See? I got it. But she made her own glossary in the back of the books, and I just spent the whole time Googling images, like for like a lot of the gods and all that. So like it was like just me just Googling everything in the glossary at the end of like after I was finished with the first book, because I don't know enough about like Hindu mythology, and that whole series is Hindu mythology. But I do love that Rick Riordan is like a true ally. Like he even says at like the beginning of that book, he goes, "I could never write Hindu mythology," and he's like, I could never write Hindu mythology. So I was really like, he gave the platform for Roshni to be able to write. Look at that cat butt. For Roshni to be able to write, Hindu mythology. And it's just, I don't know. It's great that he like creates this platform for other people. But I love it. Anyway. Yeah, Tristan Strong is a series. I haven't bought any of them yet. I do own the Dragon Pearl. I have that one, but I don't have the Tristan Strong series yet. But I do want to read them. I've heard they're great. I don't know how you do this. I have no patience to read even 10 pages. Audiobooks, man. If you have trouble focusing, audiobooks or graphic novels and manga, yeah, like Shannon said, yeah. Audiobooks or graphic novels. They save lives. I think everyone is a reader. You just have to figure out what format suits you, and you have to figure out what content like you enjoy reading. Because I think everyone's a reader. They just don't know what format they like to read in. Maybe a self-help book is obvious. I think he's been really supportive. They call him Uncle Rick. Like Rick Riordan is Uncle Rick. And I adore him for being able to like, yeah, it's a quartet. I think this is going to be the last book, I believe, in the series. I think. But yeah, format and content. Like my dad always claims to like not be able to focus on reading and like any of that, but my dad does read. I just don't think he realizes that he reads. Like it depends on the content. Like my dad will read like books that are based around music because my dad's really into music. I grew up with the punk rock dad, but like, so anything like music related, my dad will read. So like, I'm like, Dad, you're reading. Like, it just has to be something that interests you. And also like, my dad also has a short attention span with books. So, because I think a lot of people do, especially in the world we live in, like things are crazy. So what he'll read is he'll read like those bathroom readers, you know, like those, there's like those books, they're actually like called bathroom readers, and they just have random facts in them. And I'm like, Dad, you're still reading. Reading in any format counts as reading. Like, even if it's just like little facts, it's still reading. Reading the newspaper is reading. Like, inhaling any type of literature, any type of reading counts, and it does help you, helps your brain like process information, and it's like helps your vocabulary. It's reading is good in all formats. But I do recommend audiobooks, like for a lot of people who like really, or graphic novels. Again, graphic novels is really good for I don't know, people who like wander when they read, because I get like that sometimes. Like I wander, like I'll read like this whole thing, and I'll be like, I don't know what I just read. Like nothing is retained. And if I'm feeling like that, then I'll switch to like a graphic novel or manga or something, because then it's just pictures, pictures. But the word you're still reading because there's still words, but the pictures you're not realizing you're reading because of the pictures. If that makes any sense. I think audiobooks are great too, but it also depends on the narrator, because I've had a few narrators that like I've listened and then I don't know what the hell they just said. Like I'll be like 2 hours in and I'm like, I got nothing. It all depends on like the narrator as well. A lot of like audiobook apps and stuff will let you like listen to a sample of like the audio. Like at least I know Audible does that. And I always listen to, like if I'm trying a new audiobook, I always listen to the narrator, because if I can pay attention to that narrator, then I know I can listen to the book. Because sometimes it's like I'm just like falling asleep. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, graphic novel adaptation after reading a classic. That's like, yeah. I think my favorite thing to do with classics, like if it's a play, like Shakespeare especially, like if you read Shakespeare, I love reading an act and then watching an act and then reading an act and then watching an act. Like I always like a physical adaptation of it, like a visual adaptation. I mean, because anyone who reads plays knows that well, maybe they don't know, but plays are not meant to be read. They're meant to be seen. So like when people force you, I always hated that in like school when they forced people to read Shakespeare just straight through. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like they just force these kids to like read Shakespeare straight through and then wonder why they get bored with it. And I'm like, you're not doing it right. Like I like reading Shakespeare, but read an act. Just break it down. Read an act and then watch it. And it helps you retain it better, and it helps you understand what the hell's going on, because then you have like visual cues, because some of the words are a little weird. But anyway, yeah. It helps you retain it like so much more. It's my favorite way to read plays, especially Shakespeare. Anyway, that's another. I'm just going off on tangents today. Anyway, barely talked about this book, as usual. Yeah, usually read it. Yeah, usually read it out loud in class to start, but no one in class knows any clue how to read it. Yeah, I agree. Like and like I think Shakespeare, like the Shakespearean text is a experience in itself. And some people can like pick it up and read it and understand completely what's going on, but some people can't. It's because it's like, it's weird. It is a weird experience. But I don't know. I get why a lot of kids grow up hating Shakespeare because of the way it's taught, and it pisses me off. Because some of it's so good. Like, ugh. Especially Romeo and Juliet. Like, oh, I get so mad about Romeo and Juliet. Like, ugh. Izzy and Ollie added Illy and I can't even say it, Illy and Ozzy to their act. Yes. I loved how the narrator, did it happen in the book, or was it just the audiobook where they would get, the narrator was getting confused about like the names because they made the same, like, very similar names, and it was confusing. Oh my goodness. It was little mice. They were so cute. So cute. It's nothing to be like ashamed of, that like you don't understand Shakespeare first thing. Like, I don't understand why teachers expect you to just understand it. But I do think that like reading it and then watching it is extremely helpful. Or just watching it. Like Shakespeare, like I said, it was meant to be seen, not read. So I hate that teachers teach it that way. Drives me nuts. It is a hill I'm gonna die on. I want to become a Shakespeare professor and just teach, and then go to like these high schools where they're teaching Romeo and Juliet and they're teaching it poorly, and go in and teach them how it's done. Teach the teachers. Yeah, Izzy and Ollie were in it a lot more. And I was so happy. Sorry, my eyes are all itchy. Allergy season. I don't know. What? It's not allergy season. My eyes are just always itchy. Okay, he's resettling. Okay, Drogo, what are you doing? I like that they're all sleeping now, so that way they can be terrors in like an hour. My eyes are so dry this time of year. I meant to get eye drops at work today, but I did not. They just get so dry and itchy. Confuse the narrator, yeah. I love that they were in it more, though. I'm kind of bummed because I don't think they get their own book, which is kind of a bummer. I do like the line. There was a line in the book where they're like, you don't technically do magic, and they're like, we make people laugh. Laughter is its own kind of magic, and I'm like, oh, I love that. Yeah, exactly. Learning how to understand it is a skill. Yeah, it's not something you're just born with. It takes practice. You got to read a lot of Shakespeare to like be able to like just read it, like to get the language, because language is so weird. He should become a Shakespeare teacher. I would love that. That would be just. Can I major in Shakespeare? Is that a thing? Majoring in Shakespeare. I will major. I'll become a professor of English, okay? And then I will teach a Shakespeare class, and I'll teach a middle grade class. Winter dry. My eyes. I'm so thirsty, and my eyes are just. I will tell you something. Although I commented on your one Instagram photo. Like, masks are amazing this time of year. They keep my face so much more warm. I think we should make them normal for like every winter season, every cold and flu season. Let's just make masks just a normal thing. I will gladly wear one. It's so warm. Like, I don't even take it off of my car. Like, I just, the whole way home, I'm just like, it's so warm. So much better. Normally, my nose gets so cold. My nose is the first thing to freeze. Anyway, sorry. Theo, yeah. I think it's Theo and Ridley, I think. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think. Probably have to go to England. Probably. I was talking to Gail, the lovely Gail who bought me the Kindle. She's been to the Globe Theatre like more than once. She's been to London like a bunch of times, but she's been to the Globe Theatre like more than once. And I was telling Josh about it. I'm like, if and when we go to London, because I'm sure we will someday. Now red my eyes getting from rubbing it. Gotta stop touching it. But sorry, I get so distracted, like ADHD or something. It's bad. But yeah, I was talking about the Globe Theatre, and I'm like, we have to go to the Globe Theatre. Like, I have to. But you have to buy tickets like way in advance. But yeah, she's been there like multiple times. Normalize masks for flu seasons. Yes. It would never work in the US because we can't even wear masks normally. We're just dumb. So dumb. Look how red my eye. You gotta stop touching it. God. Just get an eye patch. Kind of easier just to keep one on. Yeah, it's way easier. I just wear it. I try to keep it on like whenever, like always. Especially in the car now. Like in the summertime, it got a little hot, like in the car, like to have it on. But like I have hand sanitizer in the car as well, just in case. But like touching it and moving it, and you're just touching your face, and it's just not good. So, but I don't go out very often. I go to the grocery store. That's it. That's it. I'm like trying to think of where all I've gone in like the past like month or two. Yeah, the grocery store and maybe Dunkin' for coffee, like the drive-through. Also, it really pisses me off. Like some people don't wear masks in the drive-through, and I don't get that. Like you're still interacting. Oh, I went to CVS, but I mean I work there, but I went to a different CVS to get my COVID test. So, so like grocery store and COVID test. I live a really exciting life these days. I didn't even go to the liquor store. Like I went to Chipotle to pick up food. I did. I went to Chipotle the other day to pick up food. No, I didn't go in. Josh went in. I made him go in and get it because I was driving. But we were going to go to like the liquor store, and we didn't even go to the liquor store. I went to the grocery store because I needed groceries, and they sell. Josh wanted champagne because he wanted mimosas really bad. He's been on like a mimosa kick, and he bought that and rosé. I'm like, this is an interesting purchase, but okay. But also, I had pomegranate mimosas, like pomegranate juice with champagne, and that is so good. Oh my god. I'm not like I don't drink like but but that was delicious. I love me some pom juice just by itself anyway. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, an appointment here or there. Yep. Pick up food is good. Yeah. Yeah, like I go to the grocery store. I can't. I always do food pickup, like if I feel like I do order like food more often than, well, no, not more often, actually less often, I think. But like I would always use that kind of stuff anyway, because I don't like sitting down in restaurants. I don't like it. I get anxious and then I can't eat. Like I think I have like, I hate saying that I think I have social anxiety, but I think I do. And it took me a long time to figure out what the hell is wrong with me, because I would always get nauseous out in public. Always. And it took me forever to figure out that I think I have anxiety, of like a social anxiety or something that I just don't know that I have. Because I would always get nauseous out in public, and like eating out, I hate it. Because my stomach gets upset and then I can't eat. And I don't know why. I don't know why I'm anxious. I don't know. It's like I'm anxious, but I don't know it. It's like my body's just like, we don't like this. And my brain's like, but why? We're just out. Like, are you okay? But yeah. Pomegranate juice is so expensive. So expensive. It is so good though. It is like something I treat myself to. It's so good. But it's so expensive. But it's good during winter, like in the cold and flu season. So good. So many antioxidants. But I like ration it. I definitely ration it. I put it in wine glass and I drink it like it's wine. Like I ration it, because I'm like it's like $11, I think here. It's like $11 for a bottle, which is ridiculous. It costs more than a bottle of wine here. Like, well, a cheap bottle of wine, but a bottle of wine, it costs more than that. It's ridiculous. Pre-order groceries, so I just pick up and go. I have yet to do pre-ordering of groceries here. Every time I go to like Giant, they're always like really like the one grocery store here is always backed up with orders. And I won't use, like, we have DoorDash here, and I won't use that because I've seen some of the DoorDash people come into my place of employment, and they are I don't want them touching my stuff. Let's just say that. I'm sure there are. I've had like my coffee is no longer good. It's beeping. I'm sure there's like one or two. Like I've dealt with like one or two good DoorDash employees at work, like that come in and buy stuff for other people. But a lot of them are people I wouldn't want. Like they're not even wearing like their mask properly. Like they're not people I would want touching my food. Let's just say that. Like they're not. Like I feel safer like going with hand sanitizer and a mask and going to get my own stuff. But I miss coffee shops. I miss coffee shops because of writing. Like I can't write during this pandemic. I can't write. I've given up, like even trying. I can't. There's nothing in me. I have nothing. And I miss it for writing and I miss it for school, especially for school, because like I like taking myself out of this environment that I'm so used to and just being in a neutral environment where I'm forced to focus on like a paper or focus on schoolwork. I miss just sitting down at like Starbucks or something, but my eye is so red. I always get paranoid now since I had pink eye that one time because I got it from work. So someone else had it. That was like, what, 2 years ago? Was that 2 years ago? Was that 2020? Maybe it was a year before 2020. 2019, or was that 2020? I don't remember. A lot happened in 2020. I think it was the year before. I think it was 2019. That was awful. I never want that again. Yeah. Yeah, nausea and eating, yeah. It's just it's really annoying. And I'm glad that I now know like what it is. Like I think that's what it is. But like I used to get like that before class, like in-person classes, I would get nauseous. And I kept like wondering, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing before class? Like, am I eating something like before class? But like, that was never consistent. Like, whatever I was eating was never like the same thing. So I thought maybe like something was upsetting my stomach, like food wise. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not hydrating enough. So like I would chug water like throughout the day. Nope. And then finally, like I saw something, Pinterest or something stupid on the internet that just randomly, and I'm like, shit, I think I have social anxiety. Cause like it ticked all the boxes. Like I'm like, it always happens when I'm out in public. It's nauseous. I feel like I'm gonna like hurl. And then like I try like coping techniques, like as long as I'm like the in-person, that's why online learning has been like a gift to me. But like it's like, I don't know, it like I've tried like some of the coping mechanisms and they would like help with like my nausea. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay. So I definitely have social anxiety. Who knew? Because I've been like this for like years of just like not knowing why I'm nauseous like all the time, like in public. Like it was always, and I'm still like that. Like every day before work in the morning, I feel like crap every day, which is really fun during flu season. And it's really fun during a pandemic because I don't know if I'm actually sick or if I'm just like, my body's like, you don't want to see humans. You don't want to see humans. It's fun. It's fun. I need a nice stay-at-home job where I just stay here with my cats. But anyway, maybe I'll try it for a treat someday. It's so expensive. Pomegranate juice is so expensive, but it is really good. I really do like it. It took a while for me to like really like it though. Like I initially just bought it just because it's really good for you, especially during cold and flu season. Because I work at like a pharmacy. I don't work in the pharmacy part, but I work in the pharmacy area. A lot of sick people. And I always get sick every year because everybody sick is coming in and they just are gross. It hasn't been that bad this year because like masks have helped a lot, even though half the people don't want to wear them. But I have noticed it has been better. But yeah, so I started doing it for that, and it was like it's so peppy is the best word for it. Peppy. That's like a word my dad uses. Like it's sour, but it's so good. And now I just drink it like it's wine. Like I just drink a glass of it, like nice little wine glass. It's so good. So good. And now apparently I'm making mimosas out of it because why not? Takes the edge off of a long day. Long week of watching the freaking Capitol building get stormed. Yeah. I've heard nothing but great things about like pre-ordering groceries. Well, okay, I have heard some bad things about pre-ordering groceries, but pre-ordering like technology in general has made like social interactions so much easier, which helps for people like me who have anxiety. Apparently, didn't know that they did, but yeah. Like I love, like even before the pandemic started, I love pre-ordering food. Oh my god, that's like the game changer right there. Like an app, like you just order on an app, you don't have to even call anyone. Oh, amazing. I'm gonna order food from tomorrow probably from like a local pizza place. That makes the best pizza. And subs because they make their own bread. But I think I'm going to order food from them tomorrow, but they don't have an app and I have to call them and it's like, it hurts. I'm a millennial. We don't like calling people. Hate using the phone. But apps, man, it's amazing. I always feel bad with like pre-ordering because my trunk of my car, like, you know, because a lot of times they come and they put it in your trunk of your car and like for the pickups, like the pickups in my trunk, it always has crap in it. Like donations. I'm always like rotating out books and donating books and My trunk is just always a mess. Yeah. Environment makes such a difference. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 2019. Pink eye. Pink eye. So fun. Let me tell you, I never want it again. Never. It was awful. And it makes you feel like crap. Like it makes you, well, some people get like the bacterial pink eye, which is like from, oh, big yawn. Big yawn, Sansa. Big yawn. So cute. So cute. Some people get like the bacterial pink eye. There's like an allergy version of pink eye. I had the viral one, which is the one that makes you like actual, like you get it from other people who have it, and it's like a virus instead of like, I don't know, like touching poop and then rubbing your eyes. Like it's not, and it lasts the longest, and it makes you feel like you have like a cold. Like it makes you feel like crap. So I don't want that ever again. Ever again. That was awful. And I got it from work, I'm sure. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah. Josh likes to like eat out though, and I always feel bad. Josh is a way more social person than I am, and I always feel bad because like my anxiety is like my social anxiety that I didn't know I had makes me hate like interactions because I just feel like crap. Like I feel nauseous and like it makes no that's I think like my body being like not enjoying social interactions has made me an introvert. And Josh will be like, "You want to go out?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll stay home." And it's not even that like I don't want to go out. I think like I just anticipate like my body's like, "Yo, you're gonna feel like crap. So let's prevent you feeling like crap. Stay home." If that makes sense. It's like a warning. It's like stay home. You don't want to feel like crap. But anyway. One would call and one would go to the door for delivery. Yeah. I don't even like deliver food. Like I don't even like delivery that much anymore. Like I don't even do delivery. I do pickup because I'm out anyway because of work. Because I don't go out unless I'm already going out. Like if I'm going out for the grocery store, I try to do everything at once. And now like I'll go to like the post office, like, but I don't go into the post office. I just drop the packages outside. Like they have like a special outside drop location for people who have like prepaid already stuff. So like I have stuff then and I just drop it out there. But I do have to go to the laundromat soon, and I don't want to. I've been putting off doing laundry very badly. Like, ugh. Anyway. And now she's washing. She's washing. So sweet. There are so many versions of pink eye. I learned so much. Just from getting pink eye, you learn so much because you go on those deep dives on WebMD and you learn so much. I also had like at the end of my pink eye, I had the eye doctor infect the other eye, which was fun. He infected the other eye. Like my one eye was fine and the other one was the one that had pink eye. And he even said, usually people spread this like very badly. And like he goes, "I'm really impressed that you haven't spread it." And then he spread it. And I wanted to stab him. Like the next day I woke up and I'm like, really? I was so mad. Because he did like a test in like this eye and then used the same Q-tip on this eye, like the same like thing. I'm like as he was doing it, but I felt like crap. So I'm just like, I didn't say anything. Whoa, what are you doing there? So I didn't say anything because I felt like crap and it was already like too late. It happened in like slow motion, but also really fast at the same time. And like afterwards, I'm like, because you feel like crap. So like you don't have the energy. Yeah. And he infected the other eye. After complimenting me on how great I was doing not infecting my eyes. Bastard. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Eye doctor. And then he prescribed me these like $300 drops. And I'm like, nah, I'm not taking those. I took like the antibiotic and that was it. Like, and then I just kind of, oh my goodness, look at Drogo. Oh my God. You're perfect. Get it? You're perfect. Boop. So cute. Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so upset. They are so cute. Drogo is my baby. He is my big, huge baby. He's not even that big, but he's my baby. Look at him. Boop. I love you, Drogo. I love them all. They're all perfect. Well, they're not. They're bad. But I still love them. How did I end up with 5 cats? That's right. They arrived on my doorstep. I didn't get to see any of these scenes. Oh, there's a scene in here that there's a photo that I really like. I like this one. It's so cute. So cute. I love that there's like a same-sex relationship in here as the dads. So cute. Anyway. But I'm impressed at how fun it is in some scenes, like the big fight scene at the end. Also how they dealt with big topics, like adoption. Yes. I was just about ready to talk about that. I love this illustration as well. Like, there's so much going on. Yeah. It's such a fun read. But yeah, like you said, like they still deal with like the heavy topics. Like in the first book we dealt with like in a very abusive like guardian of Carter. We dealt with like that. And then this one we have like adoption and just heavy topics, man. Yeah, I'm impressed at how good these. I know, and that feels like I'm discrediting Neil Patrick Harris. Like I didn't expect them to be good, but I didn't. I didn't expect them to be as good as they are. I really didn't expect them to be as diverse as they are. Like, didn't see that coming. Like, at all. Not that it's just it just solidifies that like middle grade is the genre, like not the genre, but the age range that is like hopping. But yeah, Layla and her dad, yeah, so many tense moments with them. Yeah, the lawyer's office. I like the scene right when like when Sandra like claims that those other 2 people are her parents. That part when the dad, the papa was like really like comes like storming up. I'm like, and they were like trying to take her away. No. And the whole underground tunnels. So cool. Yeah, I don't know who illustrates these. Story artistry by Lissy Marlin. They have a different artist for the how-to magic art, which makes sense. It does look different. This artist is just really good. Anyway. I also really liked it. Sorry, I'm like leaning in. I also like this one too because I just started. Oh my goodness, look at him! I can't with him because I just started dicking around with tarot cards. So I loved this. I loved this one because I just got this fun deck, and I'm like, oh, this one was all based in like tarot and or not tarot. Like they mentioned tarot cards in there, but it was like focused around like psychics, and I'm like, ooh. Yeah, diverse as well as engaging. Yeah, they got the codes, they got the story. I think this is such a good middle grade series. Like it's so good. I wish that this book existed when I was like a like middle grade range. Cuz I feel like when we were growing up, like we didn't have as much fun middle grade. Like I had a lot of I had a lot of poop humor books like growing up. Like I had like Captain Underpants that I liked and like a lot of like fart humor and stuff like that. But like I didn't have anything like this. Like this is just so much fun. I had the series of unfortunate events, I guess, growing up. That was like the only one though. Like I guess Harry Potter was like coming out as I was growing up, but that's not. It's just all right. It's just all right. We had like Goosebumps, I guess, but nothing quite like this. Like I feel like this is so much fun. Like there's so much in here, and it really keeps like that. Like I feel like this would really keep like a younger person engaged. But yeah. Yeah, I did. I got a tarot deck. I did. I did. I pull like a couple cards for like myself like every day just to try to like um get familiar with them, and I bought a book on how to read tarot which is actually by a Black author, which I was surprised. Not surprised, but like I didn't go into it looking for a Black author. I just went into it looking for a tarot book. I just dropped a card. But I've never heard of her before, the person who wrote that book, but oh, I dropped a card. Okay, what does it mean? Ow! I dropped my ow! Being abused. I got the King of Cups. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. Get the book. In light of reading this book, I'm going to pull a card. What does that card mean? I don't know. The Knight of Cups, I want the King of Cups. King of Cups is a card that represents emotional stability. He's in tune with his feelings naturally and effortlessly. He's not afraid to express those love to the people he cares about and those around him. Be caring, compassionate, patient. He's the friend you can go for if you need advice. He also maintains healthy boundaries between himself and others. In personal readings, asks you to connect with your heart's true desires and to take them seriously. When this card shows up, you are being asked to create emotional balance and stability in your life. You don't want to rush into things, rather, give them time to develop. You may be a highly sensitive person, but you need to learn how to better take care of yourself so that you don't take on too much of other people's burdens or the weight of the world. Ooh, that's heavy. This is a book. It's a big book. I'm really enjoying this book. It's by Jessica Wiggin. I don't know if it'll let you see her. It's Jessica Wiggin. She has her own website, her own Instagram, YouTube, and all that. Now she has a shop in New Orleans. She's beautiful. But I've never heard of her before. But she's a professional astrologer and tarot reader with over 20 years of experience. But this book is great. I've already dived into it. I want to read the whole entire thing, but it's not really a book that I feel like you can read cover to cover, because I don't think I'd retain anything. But I always look through it when I'm doing my own personal readings. But Josh asked me where I got this. He goes, "Did that come with the deck? This amethyst?" I'm like, "No, I've had this for forever." It doesn't really show up very purpley on camera. It's not very purple. It's very purpley in person. I'm like, no, I've had that forever. It just sits on top of the deck. It's mostly a weight so that way the cats don't knock it down. But no, this book is really cool. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I love reading it now. Yeah, we had Goosebumps. And see, my sister read The Babysitter's Club. I didn't read that. I just didn't like it that much. But I did read Goosebumps. I'm trying to think what else middle grade I read. But it wasn't that vast of a genre. It wasn't like this. God, kids don't realize how freaking lucky they are. Anyway. Kings are usually people and cups are emotions. Yes. Yes. That's basically what that said. Yeah. Yeah, this book is great. It's got so many good interpretations of cards, and it also has the reversed in case but it also, the really cool thing is it has it spaced out, it tells you about the card, and it puts a quote, just a straight off quote, it just says judgment. I am leaving one phase of my life and entering into the next, completely reborn. But then it has a love, if you're doing a love read or a career read or a personal read, and then it has a reversed, and that, I said at the beginning, it has just a general. This is a really, really well put together book. I'm glad that I bought this. Glad I bought it. So good. Yeah. I also want to look up Jessica Wiggin because I don't follow her on anything, and she's amazing. If this book is any indication of what she's capable of. Anyway. Why am I holding it? Why am I holding it like that? Anyway. No, there's nothing between the kids and the adult books. Yeah. I know, there's so much middle grade now, and it's so great. I didn't even have Percy Jackson growing up. That was more my sister's age. She had Percy Jackson. That's when it really started getting good. But I had Captain Underpants and yeah. Yeah. I don't. And How to Train Your Dragon series they have now, and that was after my time. Just so much that we've read together that just wasn't around. It's just amazing. Anyway, I did, and you want to know what? I literally picked the first book. I picked this book, and I'm like, that looks like a good one. Okay, we'll get it. I didn't know who it was written by or anything. I literally just bought it on a whim. I bought the deck because it was pretty. I bought the deck because it was. I also have an Oracle deck coming from somewhere, but like I bought it because it's like, no, it doesn't show up very good on here, but it's like it's holographic. No, they don't show up very good here. No, you can't see. Oh, there. Like if I tilt it like that, you can see the holographic a little bit better, but it's not very. It's a really pretty deck, and the backs are really pretty too. But it's like I just wanted like a basic deck just to mess around. But anyway. She has a YouTube channel where she does a weekly tarot reading. Oh, that's nice. Lisa Kessler. Never heard of her. Yeah, they're really pretty. They're really pretty cards. But they don't show up very good on this camera, but and I wanted a deck that like was like I could kind of abuse that wasn't like really expensive. And this is the box. You can't see it there. You can kind of see like the. But I wanted like the basic. I wanted them to look very basic as well because I wanted like classic style, so that way I could start with the basics and not like go into it with like a fancy deck and be confused when I see like a normal deck, if that makes any sense at all. But anyway, yeah, we get to catch up on middle grade now. Thank God. And it just keeps getting better, and it continues to like astound me, like the stuff they're creating in middle grade. So much more representation, so much more fun. Kids are lucky. Lucky bastards. Like looking at my cart to see if there's any middle grade over there. Let's see it. Anyway. But yeah. I think I was thinking about middle grade, and now I'm my brain broke. Yeah, I think like that. I don't know. I'm reading I read the first Aru Shai book. I'm trying to think of like middle grade that I intend on reading next, but this one. So yes, let's pick a day, and hopefully the world isn't on fire and I don't have COVID by then. So my brain can't freaking focus. I just opened Instagram. Like that's my calendar. Oh yeah, I subscribe to there's a black bookstore in DC, black owned bookstore in DC, because I'm trying to support black owned bookstores. It might be part of the project that I'm doing for my channel, my goals of the year. But I'm trying to support black owned bookstores as much as I can, especially during the pandemic, because it's been really rough on like small businesses, especially here with like no relief. But the one bookstore that I saw, they're having an event with Angie Thomas tomorrow to talk about Concrete Rose, because Concrete Rose comes out tomorrow. I'm hoping that I don't get any spoilers, but I'm definitely attending. I'm really excited about it. But it cost like $20 or something. But I'm like, this money goes to a good cause. It helps out the bookstore, so go for it. But yeah. It's like Angie Thomas and Nick Stone, I think, too. And I love Nick Stone. Like, I love Angie, too. They're both, like, just delightful humans. But, yeah. I'm trying to help small independent bookstores. Like, I try to order my books from, like, bookshop.org if I can. Or from actual, like, bookstores. Like, small bookstores. Because They need it. Amazon doesn't need any more of my money. But I will order from Amazon if like sometimes bookshop.org doesn't have like a pre-order thing. Sometimes it's easier to pre-order some books through Amazon. It's just easier. So I will do that every now and again. But for the most part, most of my books I've been ordering from bookshop.org, even though they cost a little bit more, and the delivery time is later. But they also arrive in better condition usually because Amazon people manhandle the books. Anyway, sorry. Got distracted. It is. It's being released tomorrow. Mine is in the mail. Hopefully it actually arrives tomorrow. I cannot wait for it. Not that I'll read it right away because I'm me, but I gave both of her other books 5 stars. So I expect this one to be just as good. Anyway. Yeah, I know that pre-orders really help authors. So like I try to pre-order, especially like the authors that I know that I like, even if I know that I'm not going to read the book right away, I like to pre-order because I don't know, because I know it helps them out if I can. But anyway, sorry, I get so tangenty. You haven't read any G. Thomas yet? Oh my god, you're missing out. I still order like I'm still order stuff from Amazon. I'm still bad about ordering stuff from Amazon, but I order like cat litter. That's like my main thing I order through Amazon is cat litter. Because it's so much easier to just swipe and it's sent to the house. Like stuff like that I'll like order because it's so much easier than I don't have to go to the store. I don't have to haul it into the car and then out of the car. Like it's literally on my doorstep. It's so and it's 2 days, like 2 days and it's there. That does make a difference. But I try not to do that with books as much anymore. But I know that pre-orders help authors. So yeah, I try to pre-order anyway. Yeah. New releases, they like abuse some of their books. Like I think I did pre-order I think I did get the Magic Misfits off of Amazon because I wanted them quicker. That way I didn't have to wait because shipping times, especially now during the pandemic, has been. And I'm not one of those people who's complaining about shipping times because like people are complaining, and I'm like, why are you complaining? And then like when the post office was like saying like here in the U.S. and they were saying like, hey, we're struggling. No one cares. But then they wonder why their packages like don't arrive right away, and it's like, you know, they're shorthanded. So like, and there's a pandemic, so I don't care that it arrives late, but I did order them off of Amazon because I wanted it like right away because I didn't want to, you know, not get them in time. But they're abused. Like look, like this. Oh, you can't tell, but there's like a dent here on this one. One of them is like a little. I think the first book there's like a little, not a rip, but like again like the pushed in. Yeah, here. Like they bent it. They bent it. But I'm surprised. I have gotten hardcovers where the dust jacket is like torn. This one is actually pretty good. It also always looks like they're touching it with like greasy fingers, which makes me feel good during the pandemic. Like, are they eating while they're on the floor picking? Maybe they don't get lunch breaks, which wouldn't surprise me because Amazon is not a good place. But yeah, people who like complain about like the shipping. Anyway, people who complain about the shipping, they're like chill. Like it's a pandemic. Like everybody, especially in the U.S., people want things right away. They need them right away. Like, and it's like just chill, just chill. You don't need it. You want it. Like there's a difference. But anyway. I ship out a lot of books because I do I don't think it's a thing in Canada. It might be, but I don't know if it is or not. But I use paperbackswap.com a lot, which is like you swap books basically. Like you post books that you have, and then like people can request books from you, and then you get like a credit, and then like you ship out their books. So you do have to pay for shipping, but in the end you get a free book basically because that person pays to ship the book that you requested, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? You basically swap. So like I do that a lot. And sometimes like usually people message you when they receive their book. They'll be like, thanks, and it just clogs the inbox. It drives me nuts, but it clogs the inbox. I'm like, I don't need you to thank me. You got it. That's cool. Just mark it as you got it. But a lot of times, like these past couple days, like this past couple weeks, people have been like, finally came. I think the post office read the book before they sent it to me, and I'm like, chill. Like, stop blaming the post office. Maybe you should blame your freaking representatives that aren't funding the postal service very well and are trying to make mail privatized. like the hills that people are going to die on. Like, if you're anticipating a book that much, order it off of like Amazon where you get it right away, okay? Or go to the store and buy it. Like, don't expect a book that shipped media mail here to be there tomorrow. But anyway, it's a whole angry tangent. Anyway, they're just a little banged up. They're not. I've seen way worse. I've gotten way worse books through Amazon, but that bookshop.org has been doing okay. That's been all right. I don't know if you guys have that up in Canada yet or not. I know they have a UK version, but I don't know if they have a Canadian version of bookshop.org yet. It's great because it helps, like a portion of the proceeds. You end up paying a little bit more than Amazon for books, obviously, but a portion of the proceeds go to like independent bookstores. But you can also decide which bookstores that you send the money to. Like a lot of like independent bookstores just link their accounts through that. So like you're ordering from bookshop.org, but the proceeds go to helping them. If that makes sense. I don't know how it really works, but I don't know. I have yet to get an abused book through that. I will say that. Like, they package their books pretty good. I've yet to get a bent book or a scratched book or a ripped cover. I haven't gotten anything like that yet. There's still time, I'm sure. But anyway. I fall asleep. I have coffee. Why would I fall asleep? People are way used to next day delivery, and people are used to everything, like getting it now. They need it now. They need it. And I'm just like, chill. Get so worked up over like just something that does not matter. Like, you're getting worked up that your book hasn't arrived yet, and you're not even going to read it right away, probably. Like, just relax. There are worse issues. Like, if that's the roughest thing that's going to happen to you, then you live a pretty cushy life. Anyway. I'm falling asleep. There's something similar, but with the price of shipping, it's almost as... Yeah, yikes. Anyway. Pick a day. We're doing February? I don't even know what month is it. It's January. Good God. It feels like it's already been a whole year. Let's years. It's only been a week. It's only been like over a week. Boy, the 20-something? It's February 1st too soon? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's Monday. No, it's not too soon. I could do February 1st. I think. Oh, crap, I forgot. Hold on. I gotta look at my school schedule. Forgot all about it. All about it. Let me check my school schedule because I forgot. I guess because I start school on the end of January. Ugh, I don't even want to think about school. Ugh. I guess I should look at that. I don't even have that in my calendar yet. It's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't even want to think about it yet. Where do I even go? Why they updated the website and I don't understand anything. They updated the website, but it's a mess. Spring 2022. Yes, I want that is my photo. That is a scary photo. Anyway, where's the class schedule? I don't need the class schedule for 2019. I need the schedule for 2021. You're a few years off, bro. Okay, let's see. The first. Oh, I have a class. I have a class 5 to 6:15 p.m. So technically I could do it after my class, assuming I don't get this class I'm on the wait list for, because this class I'm on the wait list for is Mondays 6 to 9:30 p.m. But I don't know if I'm going to get on into that class or not. If I don't get into that class, then I can do Monday. I have nothing on Tuesday. Monday and Wednesday are the days that I have this class. Monday and Wednesday. But only till 6:15. But again, I'm on the wait list for a class that runs from 6 to 10 or 6 to 9, 6:30 to 9. But I still have yet to get into the damn class. I'm number 2 on the wait list. Number 2. I just need 2 people to drop the class. Just need 2 people to drop the damn class. Or for the teacher to make an exception. Oh, download the schedule. I can do that. Yes, download and print. Print it. My nose is so runny. It's because it's cold in here. So gross. What? No, I want like a physical. I want like a physical schedule. I want a physical schedule. Is that too much to ask? I don't want like a document. I mean like a calendar. I want a document. No, I'm not. No, get out of here. I give up. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. I could do after that class that I was looking at the schedule. I wasn't looking at the chat. Yeah. Should we do Monday a bit later? Yeah, I have that class until 6:15. I'm like I said, I'm on the wait list for the other class. Yeah, and we can reschedule if I get into that class. Yeah, that works. Because like 7 would work still. Because I'm only at the class till 6:15, so that would still work. Magic, Misfits, book, free. Boom. Make it red because the book is red. Yeah, I can still do like 7 p.m. would still work just fine. But yeah, just reschedule it if I get that class. I don't know. It's really annoying because because it's a class I actually need, but like they haven't given it to me. And I'm like, I was like one of like the day classes went up, I signed up for classes, but the class was already full. Like the day classes were available. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why? So, yeah, I can still do it. I got to remember that my classes start. Like, write like a mental note. Classes start 30, I think the 31st through the week of the 6th. Yes. That is so close. Oh, I don't want to go back to school. I want to do it. I love the learning part, but the learning during the pandemic part is hard. I love the online learning though. Oh my God. I wish this was the norm. A lot of people hate it, but I love it because I don't have to travel. It's so much easier for my schedule. But anyway, ouch, my foot went numb. Yeah, it's the first week of school. Yeah, so it should be really like laid back week. Usually the first week is pretty chill. They have this like schedule because they did it last semester because of the pandemic. They split it up really weird, and they split it up like really weird, and like it's weird. Like the first half of the semester, I have like certain classes, and then the second half of the semester, I have different classes. Instead of like a normal semester, it's like split up now. And I think they did it so that way to limit, like, because they were initially going to have people on campus. So I think they did it to like limit people on campus at one time. But then they realized, hey, college students aren't very good at socially distancing because they're kids, basically. Surprise. And yeah, also pandemic is spreading like crazy. But they're still splitting it up, which is fine though, because if I end up getting that class, I'll actually have 5 classes this semester, which is a lot more than I usually do. I usually just do 4 because 4 is like a decent number for me, which is still like 4 is a lot for someone who works full time. but and he's an adult. But I'm like coughing on that, like laughing. But if I end up getting that class, it'll be 5 classes. But I don't think it'll feel like 5 classes because of the way they split up the semester. I'm like loving this one little curl of my hair, by the way, if you can't tell. I keep flicking it. It's like one little curl, one little wave. Anyway, if I get into the other one, I don't know if I will. It pisses me off because it's in a class I actually need instead of a like a gen ed. It's like, yeah, true story. But I did get into one of my gen eds that I was on the wait list for. I got into that one, which is just like a nutrition class. So that way I don't have to take one of the athletic courses, like an actual athletic class. Like I would have had to take like something physical, and I didn't want to do physical. So I now get to take a nutrition class instead. Way better. I wouldn't have minded like a yoga class or something, but like it just doesn't fit into the schedule well enough, like to be physically doing an exercise. Like you had to actually like physically do things at like, no. It's just, I don't, nope, I'm good. Good hair moment. Just that. The bun is just, everything else is just a mess. But that one little boop. Hi, buddy. Hi. You come to say hi. My big baby. Hey. Oh, Ari is wondering why I'm picking her up. Because this is her best friend. Hey, Bean. Hey, buddy. You're just gonna be that way? Oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway. He's mad. He's mad I picked him up. That is Ari's favorite, though. She loves him so much. They are BFFs. They love each other. Like, that is, I think I posted a photo of them together on my Insta stories or something, and they are my OTP, my one true pairing. I adore them. And they love each other. Don't you, Ari? Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. Come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Up. No? You're going to make me pick you up. Okay. Oh. Where are you going? Trying to burrow. Oh, ow. Give me my headphones set. Nope. Anyway. Visitor Bane. He had to make an appearance. Where did you get that hair tie? Where did you get that? So I have my hair ties in a drawer downstairs. Like at this point, will you stop tickling my feet? It tickles. Just rubbing against my feet and it tickles. But Sansa's taking a nice bath. But Ari has figured out how to open the drawer that I keep the hair ties in. Because she likes hair ties. She steals them. That's her favorite toy. Her favorite toys. I caught her doing it the other day. I'm sitting on the couch and I was reading. Let's be real, I wasn't reading, but I was probably watching the news. And what is she doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. So weird. But anyway, I saw her. She opened the drawer with her hand, like her paw, not her hand, but her paw. She opened the drawer up, and she knows like there's like these. I have like these little divider containers inside there where I put like hair ties and like hair clips because I always have things all in my hair, and it's just easier to have a drop location for them or they end up all over the place, especially with cats. And she figured out where I keep them and how to open the drawer. And I just look over and she just has a hair tie just in her mouth and I just see her run off with it. I'm like, Jesus. And then I came back when we picked up Chipotle the other day and champagne. When I came back, the drawer was open and there was my hair tie on the ground again. I'm like, I can't with you. Where'd she go? Well, she's on the hammock part. That's her favorite toy. It's nice to see me. Could make me blush. She's playing with a hair tie. She loves them. That's why I've been using this, I can't even see it, but I've been using this like rainbow scrunchie because it's like all I can find anymore. Because she keeps stealing them. 20,000 toys and a hair tie is all she wants. Bless you. You all right? Anyway, it's been like over 2 hours. Oh my God. Barely talked about a book. I just rambled as usual. Hi, Sansa. Hey, Sansa. Hey. Hey, baby. How are you? How are you, Sansa? How are you? Hey, baby. Oh, you look so sad all the time. She's probably ready for her bath. Right? Because I take a bath every night. Well, not every night, but I need to soak sometimes because my legs hurt. Sometimes showers just, I don't want to stand. So like I'll soak in the tub at night, especially after work. And especially today, because today was a truck day and I was up at 3. But she gets in the bathtub with me every single time. Every single time. She either falls in or she climbs in. She has no fear of water. None at all. She just went to the bath. She just went to the bathroom. She's probably waiting. She knows. She just loves them. I did take a nap today, though. I did take a nap, and I do have coffee in my system now. But anyway, yeah, she gets in the water. She just well, most of the time it's falling in, but a lot of times, like, I'll be filling up the tub and she's just sitting in it as it's like going up. I'm like, she doesn't like swim or anything in the like, she doesn't like submerge herself in the water. A lot of times she climbs onto me while I'm in the bath. And she'll like get on my, like, she gets on like my shoulders while I'm in the bath. Like she'll lay across my shoulders with her like feet dipping in the water. Most of the time she just falls in though. She just falls in. She just walks along the edge, waits for her tail to dip in. She dips her tail in and then proceeds to chase her own wet tail and usually falls in. No, they're all in there when I take a bath. They all go in there. But she's the only one who gets like in the bathtub. Like she falls in every time. And then my bathroom, I always have to like take a towel and clean my bathroom, like the floor, because she turns it into a slip and slide. She's nuts. She's completely insane. Ari doesn't do that. Like, Ari doesn't even get anywhere near the water. Oberyn, sweet boy, will sit on the toilet and just watch me. He just watches. He just observes. I sometimes I like see if he would help me if I'm drowning, and I'll like put my hand on like the edge of the tub and do this, and he'll like freak out and he'll try to like grab my hand. I'm like, I'm fine. I just wanted to make sure that if I drowned, you would be here to save me. And Drogo's new thing is pawing at the bubbles. If there's bubbles in the tub, he likes to paw at the bubbles. But she gets right in. She just no fear of water. Just every single night, every single time I take a bath, every time. She has to be locked out when we take showers because she jumps in the shower. Because that's like not like a body of water where she can submerge. She will jump into the shower and just play in the shower while the shower's going and just on her. I don't know. I don't know what I did. What did I do to her to teach her that water was like, why is she not like every other cat? None of them are afraid of water though. None of them. But she just does not care though. Like not an ounce of fear. In the shower, yeah. She jumps in. She like Josh got mad the one time because he was taking a shower and I hear him. I was downstairs and I hear him go, "God damn it." Like I hear him yell and I hear him like open the bathroom door or slam the bathroom door because they broke in while he was taking a shower. They like pushed on the door because they do that. If it's not latched, if it's just pushed shut, they'll push it open and like it's got to be latched, otherwise they will get in. And they did that, and Sansa, she jumped right into his shower with him. And Josh comes downstairs like after a shower. He's like, "Aren't cats supposed to be afraid of water? What the hell?" Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. She just wanted to join you. Whereas Oberyn just wants to make sure you're not drowning. He's like worried. He's like concerned for you, even though he's not afraid of water either. Right, Oberyn? Sweet boy. You're a sweet boy. Hey, wanna come up? Oh, sweet boy. He's the one who likes to be held like a baby. Anyway. I've been ranting for forever. Where's my thing? Did I drool on you or did you drool on yourself? Anyway. He's so cute. You're so cute, Oberon. So cute. Anyway. Gonna go. I'm just ranting about cats now. I'm gonna go take a bath with Sansa. Right? Right? I can't wait to talk. They're all so chill. But especially him. He's a really calm cat. He's a really chill kitty. In like 2 hours, they'll be wreaking havoc, though. I know. I should have a snack as well. Something that isn't coffee and a bath. I worked at 3 in the morning and unloaded 12 pallets of junk. Anyway, can't wait. Can't wait. I think it's going to be very music inspired. Oh, I don't like the cover though. I don't like that. That's scary. I don't like that. Anyway, his Paul. He's a sweet. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweetie. Arya's playing with the hair tie again. Anyway, I'll see you next month. Hopefully the world isn't on fire at that point. Hopefully my phone's vibrating. Hopefully the world isn't on fire. I don't like what are they called? Ventriloquism dolls? The dolls? I don't creepy. Dummies. Creepy dummies. Put a post-it note over. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. No. Anyway. I'll see you February 1st. Bye. Have a good night. Enjoy dinner. Dummies, yes. Ugh, I don't like it. Yikes. Anyway. You ready? So you ready? What are you doing? Ready for bed? What are you doing? Gonna observe my bath? Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Are you jumping down? Goodbye. He says goodbye. Goodbye.